question I commonly receive is, what type of supplement should my loved one be on? And this is really important with wound healing. I get this all the time, and there's no great answer, but I'm here to help you. I'm Bienstock. I'm a board-certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon. My expertise and specialty is wound care, particularly in those that are homebound and bedbound. We've already had many sessions talking about supplements and nutrition, particularly how important protein is. Today we're going to talk about supplements in kind of a little bit more detail. The ones that I really emphasize are the following: vitamin C, magnesium, zinc, L-arginine, and collagen peptides. Now, there are the others. These are like the 5, and we already talked about the 4 Ps. Are kind of my 5 supplements. Well, vitamin C is really important. It's an antioxidant. It helps with collagen production. It really helps the overall system fighting diseases. It also helps with collagen production, which is essential in producing collagen, which is necessary for wound healing and other parts of repair. As you already know, probably from stories you heard about people that got scurvy when they're on the sea because they didn't have enough vitamin C, such as from oranges. Vitamin C is just really important from an energy standpoint, and everything else is really important. And you can't really overdose on vitamin C since it's water soluble. Magnesium is one of the most important that I see that's really important. I even have my mother on it. A lot of my patients are constipated and they wonder why they're constipated. I really recommend magnesium. Now, you don't want to overdo. You have to look at appropriate dosages based on your weight and size, which we're not going to go into in detail in this session. Magnesium is really important in muscle activation, as far as growth, repair, and things like that. This affects all muscles, whether it's being the heart, the intestines, and things like that. It helps with the immune system. It helps with the bone health, meaning obviously when you get older, you lose strength in your bones. Magnesium definitely does help. It just helps with the overall recovery and things like that. It's really important for muscle activity and muscle repair. Collagen peptides are really important, and there's the 5th one, but it's not the most important. Another source, it gets broken down to amino acids, are really important in helping really produce a scaffold for wound healing, particularly my patients who have chronic wounds. It's another source of nutrients in addition to protein that I recommend for my patients. It can be taken in powder form. I do use collagen in the actual wound dressing itself, and we won't go into detail in the actual collagen dressings that I recommend, but having the collagen peptides as a framework in producing and being broken down into metabolites such as amino acids really is important in growth, healing, repair, as well as healing a wound. Zinc is another one that's really important. This is super important in terms of overall well-being, being anti-inflammatory, helping with wound repair, helping with wound healing, overall systemic effects, as well as your immune system. I can send you a more detailed diagram of all the little facets that zinc can do. The final one that I really like is arginine, which a lot of people don't talk about. It comes in L-arginine. Unfortunately, a lot of the L-arginine comes in these are like horse capsules. There's liquid forms. I think it's called Arginate, which you can purchase on Amazon. I think it's made by Nestle. These are things that are really important. I take it myself, but it's really important for wound healing. I've had even a lot of chronic wounds, particularly diabetic wounds, that haven't responded. And when I've given them high-dose L-arginine, not overdosing, it really has helped with wound healing. Arginine gets broken into nitric oxide, which is important in vascular health and vasodilating the blood vessels, which means it opens up the blood vessels, so it helps with overall blood flow. It just helps with overall immune system, immune repair, healing, and particularly is very important in wound healing. So all 5 of these are really important. I just went over a very brief, fast summary. In the end, we can have a kind of a detailed diagram of what each one does. I want to read them once again: zinc, vitamin C, L-arginine, collagen peptide, and collagen peptide, and magnesium. These are the 5 essential ones. If you have any comments or suggestions, or you recommend any others that are really important for your loved one, please leave them below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you share it with your friends as well. Thank you.